Dublin's FM104. It is the Strawberry Alarm Clock, and in studio is a very, very funny guy. He is I don't want to say a TikTok or viral sensation or an internet guy, because he takes it to the stage now. Killian Sundermann, welcome.
It's an absolute honour to be here on the Strawberry Alarm Clock. I've always loved this show, so it's a super honour to be here.
Cool.
The prank phone calls.
Yeah.
I tried to emulate them, prank phone call people myself with my friend James Kelly. So this is it's a real
wow.
real
Okay, well,
me.
this is brilliant. What's your favourite one? No.
We prank phone called McDonald's, and we would try reserve tables with English accents. We would call them up and be like, "Hello, I'd like to reserve a table for two with my darling wife. What's the fish meal? Darling, they're saying it's some sort of McFish meal. I don't know. Is that a French thing or something like that?" So it's an honour to be here.
Excellent. Well, it's good to meet a fellow prankster.
And it's mad because when you first started out, Jim used to come in here quite a bit and talk about you quite a good bit in the early days.
Oh, really?
All the time. That's how I knew about you, because of Jim. Yeah, long time ago.
Okay, so I was telling you, I have it all worked out for you, right? I think so. So Garen, who's in with us a couple of weeks ago, I think he could be the next Lewis Capaldi, because he's really funny, just great funny stuff online. He's very self-deprecating, and the voice of this big, powerful voice that's going to blow people away, fill stadiums, right?
Yeah, he's a wonderful singer.
I'm getting I'm your agent,
This
right?
is what I'm going to do. It sounds like I don't have a choice.
We're going to put you on SNL.
Ooh. SNL?
Yeah, I'm going to put you on SNL, because all the characters you do, all the different voices.
Okay.
First Irish guy, first Irish person on SNL?
I don't think there's ever
Some
been
of them
an Irish
have
guy.
big Irish heads, but I don't know if they're actually Irish.
Yeah, especially because when they do Irish skits, it never works.
It's terrible
We need
accents.
somebody representing. So yeah, we're going to send you that's
okay. SNL. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say no. Do you know people in there? Do you know Lauren Michaels?
I'll give him a shout. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say. I mean, I'm happy with RT, but I would definitely take SNL.
Yeah. No, we'll stepping stone.
And
RT.
the Irish sketches will be so authentic. They'll be so real. It'll be like it'll be like an episode of Father Ted, or even more grim than that. They won't even be funny. It'll just be like it'll be like the Banshees of Inisherin or something.
Right,
really
some
grim.
dark
It'll be like
humour.
the famine.
That's
it'll
it.
be
That's
it'll
what
be
we
real
want.
grim stuff.
That's what we
So
want.
that's what they need in SNL.
Because it's just gone from strength to strength, from the videos now to the shows and the stand-up.
Yeah, it's great. It's going really well. I'm enjoying it a lot, because obviously I started in the pandemic doing the videos online, so I'd never gone on stage before doing comedy. So it's all just the last year and a half I've been doing it, and it's been great. I've been doing the festivals. I went on Darren and Joe's Vicar Street stage, and I did their podcast show or whatever
Brilliant.
it was. That was great crack. First time being on Vicar Street. It was mad and wild but fun. And then obviously I've got we're going on Vicar Street just this month on the 6th of December.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really fun time too. Also, podcast. There's a podcast out with me and Shane, Daniel Byrne and Tony Cantwell.
Ooh, fun.
Called The Young Hot Guys.
Right.
Or in German, Junge heiße Jungs.
Sounds more sexy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Young Heise Jungs. Do you go into German in the podcast?
I guess so. Just my nature being German, they sometimes ask me just to pronounce words and then they laugh at me. Kind of feels like bullying, but we'll just go with it.
That's okay.
Friendly vibe. You know what? I went to see you in All Together Now, and I knew all your videos. I love your one where it's like Irish, offering somebody Irish something, and it's like no, and then someone German, yes. Thank you. But I was really curious to see how that would translate onto stage, and you were absolutely brilliant. Like I was only saying to the lads beforehand, I couldn't get into the tent because there were so many people trying to get in.
That's yeah. Well, they were wedged. I think wedged was the word you
was
used.
the word,
Wedged
sorry,
in.
yes.
They were wedged in.
Thank
Some
you,
were
Killian.
saying it was because it was raining and they wanted to get in
No,
on the
no,
rain.
no,
But that was that's besides the
This
point.
SNL guy. Yeah.
And what was it? Your dad was there.
Yeah, well, there was a tall. Yeah, I said like all these stuff about my dad and everything like that, and then he was just standing there eating an apple pie that he'd made.
Right.
Standing wearing like a massive coat. It was really hot weather, and he was standing there in a massive coat, and he just looked so obvious. I kind of had to point him out. And then everyone was like, "Oh, is that really your dad?" I was like, "How many 64-year-old German men do you think are going all together now eating apple pie?"
You know what? Genuinely, I wasn't sure if that was a joke. I wasn't sure if it was your dad or not.
I pay him to come teach shows, so I can point him out.
What does he think of all this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't actually watch a lot of the videos online. He comes to some of the shows and he likes them. But I mean, a lot of the times, you see, the thing is with Germans and stuff, and your parents, they're kind of worried when you're going on stage and doing comedy. So a lot of the times, I tell him a joke and he goes,
No, I maybe you shouldn't say that, Killian. Maybe, why don't you just talk about how fast you were as a little boy? I'm like, well, that's not funny. He's like, but you were so good at drawing. Why don't you just talk about that? I'm like, it's not really, don't understand how comedy works, Dad. You can't just say things from your past.
You should do a set. You should do 5 minutes of ideas your dad gave you.
Oh, that would be great.
That's actually a good idea.
See if any of them work.
I'll do it. That'll be my first sketch on SNL.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
And your dad must get it from people then. Going up to him, he must find that strange.
Yeah, well, he's a teacher in St. Killian's German school, so he has a lot of students coming up to him going, "Oh, is your son on TikTok?" And all that kind of stuff. And then I managed to. We did a TV show on RT, and I managed to get him in one of the sketches, so he actually was on TV himself. And now it's actually maybe you can help him, but he as an agent, but I'm worried he's gonna eclipse me, because he's getting a lot of attention now. It's Killian's dad. So now it's like, and my mum does the tour guides, and now I'm becoming like, I'm their agent. I have to like carry their bags and stuff like that. So I think I might have created a crazy beast.
Yeah, Gavin James has the same problem with his dad.
Yeah.
It became too big. So you're half German, right? So
actually 3/4.
3/4?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So my mum is also half German. So very German man.
And so I lived in Germany for a summer.
Oh, is that good?
And I noticed I didn't speak. I could understand everything by the end of it.
Okay.
But I just noticed that they didn't really get sarcasm where I was in Hamburg.
Yeah.
They just, like, if you'd say, "Are you having a good day?" and we were doing this terrible job, and I was like, "Yeah, it's great." And I went, "Oh, why do you think it's great?" And but I loved that they used to. I don't know if this is. I don't know where from in Germany your people are.
Well, they're from all over, mainly like Munster, and then from the south. So sort of like the Black Forest areas where my other granny was from.
In the north of Germany, in shops, when you leave, they sing. They go shoes, which is like,
oh yeah, choose.
What's that? What
Yeah,
is that?
choose. Well, that's just bye. But I mean,
okay.
Like
They sing it.
we sing it too. We
Okay.
sing it too, but we just don't realize we're singing. See ya.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. See ya. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Choose.
Okay.
Or the rap version. Bye.
Yeah, maybe
mother.
I'll rap on it. Bye.
Because we know that even people who are really grumpy in shops, they'll be like, "There's your stuff," and then they go, "Shoes."
Yeah.
So we just started doing it back.
Yeah.
They loved it.
I mean, my sister lived in Finland for a while, and they're even more like reserved than the Germans. I remember her saying that she hadn't talked to anyone all day. She'd just been in her house, and she went to the shops, and she went in, and legally in Finland, you have to ask if they want a receipt. It's like a legal thing.
Oh.
So she went into the shop. She was like walking around for ages, went up to the till, and like didn't say anything to the person, and then they just said receipt, and she said no, and then she just left the shop. That's the only interaction she had with a human that day. They didn't even say bye. I don't know what the Finnish version of that is.
You did a brilliant thing. I saw that you saw in an interview that you said that you and your girlfriend went in a van around for 2 months. You converted a van. I don't know anyone who's actually done it.
Amazing.
I've
Yeah,
seen
we
the video.
did. Yeah, we converted a van during the pandemic in the west of Ireland. Me and Anna decided to convert a Ford Transit into a camper van. Class. Yeah, it was great. Well, it was strenuous to say the least. It's actually. I mean, it was. I remember the first job we had to do was in the middle of January. The first job we had to do was like scrape the ice off the top of the van to try cut a hole in the roof, and our hands were freezing cold. And we were like, "Why did we decide to do this? Can we not just buy one, Anna?"
Why were you cutting a hole in the roof?
You got to have like a roof vent, a light, because if you're going to be cooking, because there's everything in there. There's everything.
God,
You've got like a gas stove, you've got heating from this diesel heater.
Oh.
You've got lights. You've got plumbing, you've got everything. So you need, like, if you're cooking, the way you have like
an extractor fan.
An extractor
kinda,
fan.
yeah.
It's essentially the same
that,
thing.
yeah.
So you've got a fan in there. But yeah, we converted it, and then we went off on this big trip around Europe for like, I don't know, must have been like 4 months.
Wow.
We went around France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Portugal. It was just a very, very, very nice time. It was lovely. I will say, living in a small box together as a couple, there was a lot of like... listen, I think I'm going to go for a walk. Do you want me to come with you? Nah, I think I'm going to go on my own.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to go on my own.
Where is the best place?
Amazing.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, Spain is amazing. I think people don't realize how big and vast Spain is. There's a lot of, like, there's the coast with the beaches and everything like that, but there's inland and, all the westerns, the westerns, the old spaghetti westerns. We went to the places where they were shot. We went to I think it's the Alhambra Desert. which is the only desert in Europe. And this is where all the Good, the Bad and the Ugly was shot.
Oh,
and they
spaghetti
have,
westerns, yeah.
yeah, all those. And they have the sets of them still. And they've been turned into a theme park. So you can actually go there and you can put on the cowboy hat. And after drinking a couple of drinks in the saloon, I accidentally, I just rather with a lot of gusto bought a very expensive cowboy hat. And I was annoyed. And I was driving around in the van, like bumping around, pretending I was on a horse talking. And I was like, hey, little darling, what are you doing next to me? Hey?
SNL, it's a sketch.
It's here.
There you
It's a
go.
sketch. No, you need to go back and do it again and do it as a TV show.
That's actually
Yeah.
a very good idea.
Yeah.
I'll ask the guys in SNL if they want to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
See if you want to back it.
You're going to be busy after this one.
He did. Room for one more if you want to come along.
Yeah, I'd love to,
we'll bring the whole crew.
my God,
Start
yeah.
casting there.
Everybody go.
Hey, Ma.
Because I see people doing it on YouTube, but I've actually met anyone who's done it.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really great. I'd say like next time maybe just do it for a month. I think 3 or
Right.
4 months.
That's
But
a
because it
long
was
time.
COVID and everything was a lot easier because it was just
And
after
for
that, so we've
food.
been conditioned.
How was the food? I know you said you had bits in the van, but was that
Yeah.
not just always in your face?
Well, it was kind of the food thing was fine because we just home cooked a lot. But like I'm a vegetarian, so Spain not a very good place for vegetarian.
it's
After
spam
like
everything,
the
isn't it?
15th million tortilla or like patatas bravas, I was just like actually wouldn't mind a vegetable. So we mainly cooked in the van, and that was grand. It was really great. The main thing was showering. And like doing our number twos. That was the kind of
yeah.
sometimes, you have different systems. You usually just stop at petrol stations and that's where you do your business. Sometimes someone would, in the wilds of the desert, just take the shovel and just no questions asked and walk off into the distance and come back and we never ask about it. What happened? Nothing. Nothing happened.
You know what? I feel like your relationship stood the test of time.
Yeah.
After that, these are golden now. Golden.
Yeah. I'd leave that bit out of the documentary. It's just too much detail.
Did you actually see there's someone going around Tesco's with like doing a TikTok, and anyone who has toilet roll on, she's going, her shitty knickers coming. And it just everyone has toilet roll, but it destroys the person every time they're going, sorry.
I have been anytime I've gone shopping with my mom and she's like, there you go, will you carry that? I'm like, I actually can't. I actually cannot carry the rolls.
What is
of toilet
wrong
paper.
with us?
It makes me so stressed out. I actually hate it. I hate
I
it.
know. It's just weird. You just walk on. I did a video about it once, but it's like trying to buy toilet roll in Dublin. But you just think everyone's looking at you going,
Yes.
are you going to the toilet? Are you
Yeah.
going to the toilet with that?
Yeah.
Yes, mister. You're going to the toilet. Just like, leave me alone.
What's all that for? Yeah.
Double quilted. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Soft arse, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Vicar
God.
Street, we need to talk about it. What
Yes.
a lineup that you have.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. We have the amazing Fanula Jones is doing the MCing, so she's going to be bringing the night along. It's called Christmas Crackers. We've got the viral sensation, not me anymore, unfortunately, Garen Noon.
Go on, Garen.
We've got Michael Fry, my comedy partner. We've got Anna Clifford. Also some drag. Justine Stafford is not doing drag. She's doing a regular show.
Well, she's from Nobber, it could be possible.
Justine Stafford used to work here. She used to work in FM104.
Oh, really? Well, there you go.
And
Justine's
she was on reception, but and she was really funny, but she left before we could get her to be part of anything.
Yeah, we were in
We
college
did.
together. She was always absolutely hilarious. So
Yeah.
she's going to be on stage doing
Class.
her amazing joke writer. Ali Fox as well, and then Victoria's Secret doing some
Oh.
drag. So it's going to be amazing.
That's a great
Victoria's
mix.
great.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Great
great
mix,
night out. It's on
yeah.
the 6th of December.
Yes,
In
yes.
Vicar Street.
And I forgot to mention, obviously, I'll be there.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
that's why you're here.
This is the correspondent just telling
Future
us about it.
SNL actor.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think it's going to happen. So now you have to just go and do it. Okay.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, I've
I've
got a
had
couple
the
of weeks
idea.
so I can figure out what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Any ideas? I might do that dad bit.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Listen, Christmas Crackers is the name of the show. Vicar Street, 6th of December. Killian Sundermann, great to have you in studio, and great to hear that you're messing on the phone. Keep it
Thanks
up.
for having me. It's an honor.
Cheers, man.